Hey, Southern Cruisers here, y'all. Let's talk ship. Specifically, let's talk about which ship is moving to Mobile, Alabama. As you may or may not have heard, John Hild alluded yesterday that they were going to announce the ship moving to Mobile, Alabama. And there was some rumors that it was either going to be the Sunshine or the Valor. And ta-da, it is the Valor. So that is the port, the cruise port that's closest to Angela and I. So we do kind of have an affinity for what's going on in Mobile and also New Orleans, which is also very close to us. And so we're pretty excited to get a ship year-round again. In the past, it used to be fantasy class ships, and then it was no ships. And then as of late, it has been the Carnival Spirit for half a year, which is pretty cool. We actually love Carnival Spirit. We'll be going back on the Carnival Spirit coming up in February. Pretty excited for a 6-day cruise to Bimini, and I believe Celebration Key, which we haven't been to yet. So the Valor is going to be doing similar itineraries to what the Spirit is doing now, just year round. So how big of a difference does this make? Well, I'll tell you, let's break it down with some numbers. I'm not going to talk about gross tonnage. That doesn't really mean anything to me. But the Spirit, the guest capacity for the Spirit is 2,134. The guest capacity for the Valor is 2,980. So pretty much 3,000 people, almost 1,000 more people. Each cruise can go on the Valor. But then you factor in the count that will be going year round, not just half a year. And it's a big deal for Mobile, which has invested millions and millions in our cruise port. And we're excited for it. Also, the Valor it's got some cool points. It's got a really nice, and now look, I'm gonna be honest, that decor on the Valor is kind of weird. Lots of dead presidents up and around. If you've ever sailed on it, you kind of know what I'm talking about, like little images of dead presidents all around. It has a kind of American patriotic thing, which is cool. But some of the things are kind of odd. I don't really care about decor. I do like the Lido deck on the Valor. The Conquest class ships, they have that tiered Lido deck where you can kind of sit up high and watch the dive-in movies. It's got a lot of room. It's spacious. It has all of the the stuff that I like. Obviously, if it didn't have a blue iguana or a guy's burger, I'm not getting on that ship. But they all do. When I was looking at the difference between the Spirit and the Valor, and let's see, the only thing I found that the Spirit had that the Valor doesn't have is a bonsai sushi. But I believe it has a little sushi window or something. You please correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. It does have, the Valor has a Mongolian wok, which I like, that the Spirit did not have. But they all have, obviously we got your coffee shops, we got your pizza, we got, here's another thing. The Valor has the seafood shack, and the Spirit doesn't have that. So there's a couple of things that it has that are extra. The big thing for me is the Lido deck that it has. I really like that. I love dive-in movies. Let us know what you think about them. The one thing the Spirit has that the Valor does not, and this might affect a few of you out there, is pickleball. But the Dream, which is moving to New Orleans, has pickleball. The Dream is one of my favorite ships, and I'm kind of looking at the big picture right now because, like I said, we can go to New Orleans or Mobile. It's almost the same amount of time. The Dream is a much bigger ship, newer, one of my favorite class. I kind of talked on one of our videos about the Goldilocks effect. Some ships are too small, some ships are too big. The Dream, right there in the middle for me, it's kind of like the perfect size ship for me. So we're getting a bigger ship in New Orleans. We've had 2 Conquest class ships going out of New Orleans for a while, and I didn't understand that. I mean, why would you have 2 almost identical ships going out of the same cruise port? Makes no sense. So we're moving one of those to Mobile, which will add a lot of capacity, bring in the Dream, keep, I believe we're keeping the Liberty, which the Southerns are going on real soon. Look for that. The Liberty out of New Orleans, and we have right there within 6 hours drive a trifecta of different ships. So I'm really happy about that. We don't have to drive to Port Canaveral. We don't have to drive to Galveston. We can go just down the street almost. Now, what kind of sailings are we doing on the Valor? From what I can tell, looking at the website, it's pretty much very similar to what the Spirit is doing now. A lot of 6 and 8 day cruises, Celebration Key, Bimini. I'm really excited about going to those two. We're going to those two ports on the Spirit soon. Nassau. There are some cruises that go what do they call them? The Journeys cruises. There's a couple of different 14-day cruises. I'm going to take a hard look at them. There's a 55-year celebration cruise that we might want to take a look at. Those are special cruises that are going to be going out of Mobile. So we're going to take a hard look at them, see if we can make some of those work or one of those work. But overall, I'm going to call this, for anybody who's sailing out of the Southeast, for anybody who likes to drive to a cruise port that kind of lives in our area, even if you're driving from the Midwest, I mean, it's closer to come straight down and go out of New Orleans or Mobile a lot of times than it is to try to go to Florida. So for a lot of us in a large section of the country, this is a win. The fact that we're getting a Dream class in New Orleans again is a huge win. So we're going to call this a win-win all the way around for us. I'm interested to hear what you guys think. So hit us up in the comments. Southern Cruisers, we're back at it. You know, we've kind of been down for a little while with cruising. We're about to hit it hard. And we'll be doing some destination videos, some vlogs. You're going to be seeing more of us. Y'all, we'll see you on a cruise ship soon.